40-year-old Brian Lemon had his case heard in Swift Current's Court of Queen's Bench. During the trial, the accused pleaded guilty to 2 charges of sexual assault, one against a boy and one against a girl, both under the age of 11. These incidents, which happened years ago, are part of a long history of abuse.
Mr. Lemon has a fairly significant history as a sex offender. This set of convictions would be his first adult convictions, but since then I'm afraid his record has been quite significant.
Lemon's last listed address was in Ontario, but this incident dates back to the 90s and happened right here in Swift Current.
Mr. Lemon resided here for a very short period of time, a couple of years actually maximum, so he's a person from Ontario, but he and the victims and their mother had relocated to Swift Current from Ontario between late 1992 and late 1994.
Looking at other details from the case, Lemon allegedly had a common-law relationship with the victim's mother. The family had little to no contact with Lemon after the assault in the early 90s. It was revealed in court that the victims came forward years later in 2005 and told the authorities about the assaults. This case acts to highlight the importance of reporting incidents of abuse.
I realize how difficult a process it is for victims to actually bring themselves to come forward, but when you look at what happened here, he offended against these young individuals, and then they didn't come forward. Then he continued to offend against others, many others. And I suppose the lesson to be learned is if you are able to come forward and report it, then it does assist the authorities in trying to get a hold of Mr. Lemons and the other Mr. Lemons of the world and try to intervene and stop him from offending against others.
In court, Lemon was handed down a 30-month sentence for the sexual assaults. He served 2 years while in remand in Regina, which was counted as part of his sentence. Upon Lemon's release, he will be subject to a number of strict orders which will aim to add a layer of protection to the public. Lemon has said he has plans to live in Ontario after his release. For Southwest TV News, I'm Kara Rapke.